Hi guys, this is Dr. Anbu Selvan. In this video, right, I'll be showing you how to create tables and then creating relationships in Access, right? So before that, right, we need to have a logical model, which is this. If you observe here, right, we have three tables or three relations, or call it three entities. So this logical model, right, is the result of the from the ERD diagram, right? So, you must have done the ERD diagram, then followed by normalization, and then perhaps, right, we obtain, right, the finalized or the final draft of the ERD, right? Then from there, actually, we need to convert into logical model. So this is our logical model look like, and we have align here, right? So this align entity, and you have the primary key here, align ID, and other attributes. Okay, then you have this is a primary key, and then you have airport. Okay, and you have all other attributes, relevant attributes. Okay, and then you have route. Okay, so for ID here, right, this is auto generated, right? So later on I'll show you how you can actually create numbers, right? Auto generated numbers, right? And this route, right, will have some foreign keys. Airline ID is connected to the airline. It's connected to the airport two times. One is the source airport ID, and then destination airport ID, right? Okay, so there is a need actually, right, to keep track the source and the destination. That is why you have two foreign keys actually, which will actually connect to the same table, which is the airport here, right? So you have three different foreign keys here, right? Okay, based on this, right, we will create tables in Access. So I'm going to actually launch this Access. Okay, blank, and I'm going to give a name. So perhaps I can just place it on the desktop. I can just give a name like flight airline system. Okay, create, and we will just close this. We don't need this by default. Okay, now before you could do actually other things, right? Okay, so we need to do some pre-processing, right? So I go back to these three source files. I'm going to open one by one. Okay, so this is the airport, and then I have airline. Okay, and then I have routes. Okay, now for the airline, right, so we know that the airline ID will be a has a potential to become a primary key, right? So we have to really make sure, right, there are no null values. So I can we need to do some pre-processing, right? So let's look at here. Then we check smallest to largest. Okay, so we just scroll down and see whether there are actually any empty values, right? So we don't have. Okay, and we don't have this unknown, right? So perhaps we can just delete off this. Okay, delete this. Then, okay, done. Okay, so you only have the relevant one, and then also the airline name, right? So we check here that as well. Okay, airline name, I guess all filled up, right? Okay, country, all right. uh, because these are the attributes that I will actually use heavily, right? So you find that you have here like n/n and everything, so perhaps I'll just remove them. Okay, delete. Okay, and what about this? You have some space there, right? So okay, so now we will resort the things, so the b is not more there, right? It's actually it's not at the top, it's actually has gone down here. Okay, sorted. Okay, so that is a thing, and perhaps I'll just run through here. You can see as and right, so you know what it is, right? What country it is, right? Okay, where we just keep it that Russia, right? We find that some unwanted symbols are there, so just remove that. Yeah, okay, so you save, done. Okay, next is the airport. I guess the airport ID will be the primary key, and the airport name. It looks good, all filled up. Okay, so you need to do some data pre-processing, right, before you export all this into Access. Okay, this is good. And then the root. So over here the root, right, we don't have the primary key. So later on, right, in Access, right, we will create a special attribute that will become a primary key, right, auto generated. And then over here, right, you get to see all this. We try not to give space here, right? Okay, so destination, okay, source, okay, done. Airline ID as well. Okay, done. Next, so we start importing, right? So we go to the external Excel file. Okay, browse and then look for the location. First, I'm going to pull this airline. Okay, click OK. Click next. Yes, I have. First row contain column headings. Yes, click next. Now airline ID will be the primary key, right? So you have here no duplicates, and this will be a long integer, not double. Okay, and click next, and let choose my primary key, airline ID. Click next, and the good practice is when you name, right, put table TBL A. Okay, done. Okay, done. Close, right. So you already have this table airline. It looks good. Design view, no issues. The primary key and so on. Okay. So I'll close this. Next, I'm going to import. Um, the next one will be the airport. Okay. So no issues. This one is okay. This is supposed to be a long integer. Okay. Next, choose my primary key. This will be a table airport. Finish. Close it. Okay. Done. So it looks good. No issues. Okay. And the next will be Excel routes. Click OK. And then there's actually no primary key here, right? So we'll just go next and let Access add primary key. Okay, we just leave it to Access. Click next. It's supposed to be a table routes. Okay, done. Close this. So it looks good. Design view is the primary key. Fine, just close it. Okay. Next, we will create relationships. We'll go to the relationship here. Okay, and then I will press control, select all of them. Okay, and then I'll rearrange these tables. Oops. Okay, so put in the center. Okay, so we know that the airline ID is supposed to be connected to the airline ID here, right? So you have to just click, hold it, click, hold it, drag, and then just drop it on the airline ID. That's it. So when you release, so you find that this will appear, right? So you just click create, done. And then for the airport, right, it's a bit special. So you have to click this, uh, click, hold it, and then release here, source airport ID. And over here you can just put airport. You have one more, right, destination, look for destination. That's it. Okay, done. So you have already two there, right? Okay, so save. So this one we call it relational schema. It's not ERD. This is a relational schema which is specific to the software. Okay, done. Okay, so I'll just close it. Right, so that's how you create tables, right, by importing Excel sheets into Access, and then thereafter, right, we do the carry out their relationships. All right. Okay, so in the next video, right, I'll show you how to create some useful queries, right? That will be input for the forms and reports. Okay, so I'll catch up with you in the next video.